So let's talk about the DCEU. Here is my update for the week. And really, I only have two things to talk about this week. The first thing, and one of the stories I was going to get to last week, was that Keanu Reeves is really lobbying to come back as Constantine. And it's one movie I can honestly say I have never seen before. And I am going to check it out probably sometime this week. I'm very eager to see his take on Constantine and how they could bring him into the fold. But Keanu Reeves is definitely showing a lot of interest and wanting to come back for that character again in the DCEU. So we'll see where that actually leads here in the future. The only other story that is going on here is, again, the SnyderVerse. And let's talk about this because there has been a lot of stuff that has come out over the last week. And you can see all this information online. First of all, I can all but guarantee now that the SnyderVerse is coming back in full force when the Discovery merger happens. And Zack Snyder is the key to all of this, right? He doesn't post stuff to tease people. Well, we saw what he did on Thanksgiving, and he posted the Final Crisis in the background with some notebooks on top, meaning he has been taking some notes. Filmmakers don't just do stuff to do stuff unless they've got a project coming up that they're going to be working on. But you should see all the posts he's been doing over the last week on VERO. He's been very active. Now, if you are a DC fan, if you're watching my videos and you are not on VERO just to follow Zack Snyder, you're doing it wrong. I only have that app so that I can see what him, Ray Fisher, are posting, and that is the choice of social media platforms for Zack Snyder. And you're missing out if you aren't seeing the stuff he is posting. And just yesterday was the biggest indication that the SnyderVerse is coming back that I've seen thus far, other than the things that he's been posting. And I'll talk about a few of those things here in a minute. But somebody flat out asked him, some random user on there said, should we be giving up hope at this stage? Like, should we be done with all of this? And Zack Snyder simply responded, never. That's all he said. The SnyderVerse is coming back, all right? Zack Snyder knows what's going on. He's definitely involved with the merger. There's stuff happening behind the scenes that we don't get to see, that things that are actually happening out there. And Zack Snyder has posted probably a half a dozen times, or 5 or 6 times over the last week. He posted a new picture of Ben Affleck as Batman with the Batmobile that hasn't been released before. On Christmas, he posted one of the Batmobile, and the Aurora Borealis, whatever you call it, was in the background up, and it was all green, which was interesting. A lot of the stuff he's been posting has some green in it, and I'm like, are they leading up to maybe the release of the Green Lantern scene? Who knows? But there are things that are going on, and he's posted other stuff. He posted it. He said he was at some resort the other day, and there was a fire pit with 6 chairs on the outside of it. So he is teasing the fans. And he doesn't tease just to tease. He is definitely giving us things to keep us engaged and activated and understanding that things are coming down the pike. So we can't give up. Now, there's another big component to this that is crazy. And I talked about this in my video last week. We did have Ben Affleck come out and say he's done with these IP movies. Now, he never said he's done playing Batman, and that is very, very important because I had this exact same argument with people all over these boards back when he was on Jimmy Kimmel. And I said, look, he's not done. He never said he was done playing Batman. He was done with the Batman, not Batman. And again, he didn't say he's done with Batman in this interview that he had, okay? Kevin Smith even just did an interview. The video's floating around where he had an interview and they said the reason they're going with Michael Keaton's Batman is because Ben was no longer interested in playing the character, which I'm telling you right now, I don't trust a word that comes out of Kevin Smith's mouth anymore. The guy is a liar. He lies to the fans. He lies about promotional stuff. He lied about the whole He-Man thing, and I'm not even going to get into that. But the guy's a liar, okay? You can't believe what he says. Actors are not allowed to talk about what's coming up in the future. Zack Snyder's not going to be, if he's got a contract with Discovery, he can't talk about it. And that's why he's putting out these little hints and keeping people interested of things that have already come before. But to say that Ben Affleck is done is asinine, and it's just short-sighted. It's not the case. Now, could he be done? There is that full possibility that, yes, he could be completely done. But he hasn't said that, and neither has Warner Brothers. He didn't say it back when he was on Jimmy Kimmel either, and I told people you have to watch what these actors say and the verbiage that they use. Now, he's in the middle of playing Batman. He's not done with it. And he is coming back for The Flash, and there is nothing to say that he's not going to be in the Batgirl movie as well, along with Michael Keaton. Obviously, the Flash movie is going to merge a bunch of things, and we're going to see where this leads in the future. But Ben Affleck, there's no guarantee that he's done. And for people to have this definitive, yeah, he's done, he's not coming back, you can't believe a word that these people say. They don't have the inside track. We will not know anything definitive until the SnyderVerse or until, this whole Discovery merger happens, coming up this next year. I will be doing an update next week, which will be the first of 2022. And that's if anything big comes out, or I may rehash some of this stuff if there's more information that comes out. I just thought it was interesting with Kevin Smith today and with the stuff that has come out from all of these people over the last week. But there's something definitely going on behind the scenes. Nobody can debate or even deny this at this stage. There's also a lot going on with Henry Cavill. There's a movement now to get the Man of Steel 3, or not Man of Steel 2, the Man of Steel 2 made. And people are on Twitter about that as well. And he said he's still got the cape and he wants to be the character for many years. So there's a difference between him and Ben Affleck. At least we know Cavill is interested. And again, we're going to see what happens when the merger hits. That merger is going to be the make or break of everything that's going to happen with DC coming up. We have quite a bit already planned for this coming year. There are 5 movies, including Super Pets. The first of those is going to be the Batman film, which comes out. And you know what? Let's talk about the Batman film. That's one thing. I almost forgot to talk about that new trailer. There was a new trailer that dropped for the Batman. So I was enthralled by this trailer. This trailer was freaking phenomenal. It had a very Nolan feel to it, a very dark, gritty feel, but it also had better fight scenes. We got to see Batman, especially at the end. He was taking down some of the Riddler's goons, and he was not holding back at all. And that's the fighting we want to see. That's Batman from the comic book. So I think this may be one of the most best represented Batman acting, someone who's acting in that character, in that role, that may have been on film. Ben Affleck is the true one-to-one comic version of Batman, but, we'll see what Robert Pattinson can do in the role. But that trailer actually has me excited to see the movie. But then the runtime came out and said it's only like 2 hours and 13 minutes when the director came out and said it has a 3-hour runtime. So I can tell you right now, Warner Brothers is screwing with these movies again. And I am so glad, so glad, Warner Brothers will not have these properties in just a little bit. They're going to be done with it, and it will be under Discovery. That's not to say Discovery won't screw everything up, but it can't get any worse than it is now. If it does, it's going to be just suicide for these properties with Discovery and with Warner Brothers. So quite a bit to really go over this week. I almost totally forgot about the Batman trailer. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. It's called The Bat and the Cat, and it has a lot of Catwoman in it as well. So we're going to see where this goes in the future. All right, I appreciate it. If you haven't, please subscribe. Hit that like button. Hit that notification bell. You will be notified when I have new videos go up.